Jesus page.
Okay.
Hello, everyone in Twitch world, Facebook, and YouTube. We are coming to you live. This is Love's Passion, your favorite sexuality coach and intimacy coach. Today's topic is a hot one, and we have a lot of guests that are anxious to tune in and dip in on this conversation. We are talking today about casual sex, the pros and cons. We'll dive deep into the.
It's funny how God works.
Okay, so let me be a disclose. Let me give a full disclosure. I'm at a pool party, and we are going to have people dropping in, dropping out. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of things that's going on. So forgive me if I get distracted because there's a lot of people running around here. But they are anxious to give their 2 cents on this topic: the pros and cons of casual sex. Okay. Okay. Look, hey, you two will have your chance now.
Okay, so I don't want a chance. I was just saying.
Okay. Yeah. So today we have my lovely co-host Peanut Butter, and she is up to some amazing things. Peanut Butter, tell the people what you've been doing here lately.
Yes. I'm glad you asked. I'm getting ready for a poet event. It's called Poetella, and we are kicking it off on Friday. It's a festival, not where you just go see. No. It's workshops, fashion shows. It's fucking after parties. It's fucking main stages, sexual Avengers, queer open mic. Like every hour there is something going on. If you want to, because you need to, go to worldslam.org and look at Poetella. We on NBC. They supporting us. I'm excited. Like, I'm really, really excited. I got some glow in the dark shorts just for the glow after party. I swear I did.
Who else is in the showcase, Peanut Butter?
We have Twain, Ebony Stewart, Christopher Michael, I am, Tony McPherson, Stephen Willis, Masterpiece, she's going to be there. Candy, which is the CEO and boss of Dallas Poetry Slam. All the Dallas Poetry Slam team is going to be there. I'm going to be there. The DTX Drumline is bringing us in for Poetella. We got vendors, we got food trucks, snow cones. Like, we took over the Four Point Sheraton. We took it over. All the poets took it over. We have poets coming from India, Africa.
She didn't come in.
All over the whole world.
Oh wow!
The whole world. Worldslam.org. Worldslam.org.
Hey, and I'll see you there.
Yes, I'm so excited. I'm excited. I'm doing one of my poems, so I'm excited.
Do your thing. I'm excited to see you do your thing. So, thank you for tuning in and watching here in Twitch world. We have our other co-host, the beautiful Deb. Deb, hey lady, how you doing? So, Deb, hey, what you been up to? Tell the people what you been up to this week.
In life and some struggles, but I made it through, so it's been a good week. And I spent the day at XOXO. I'm about to be an auntie again, the great. So how's everybody else doing?
Look, I'm doing great. Let me catch you up. So listen, I'm at a pool party right now, and there's like 20 people here. So and
a over there.
Put in their 2 cents on this topic.
Nice.
And again, our topic tonight is the pros and cons of casual sex. Now, we have a special guest in the house, Miss Tammy. Miss Tammy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right. Why don't you introduce yourself to the people who do not know you, will know you in these Twitch streets?
The one that know about me, I'm Tammy. And I do like candy. What do they want to know about me?
You're Tammy. Who are you? I mean, what makes you a pro on this casual sex topic?
Oh, I didn't say I was a pro. but I like it.
All right. So listen, look, make sure you're liking and sharing this talk. It's bound to be a pretty interesting 2 hours. Make sure you're copying and sharing the post from the Twitch page. You can share it from the Facebook page. You can share it as well as the YouTube page. You see that little heart, make sure you like so that you're able to get updates when we go live again. Okay, I do appreciate you joining in. If you would like to join in on the comment, go ahead, make your comments, make yourself seen, make yourself known. We're here for it. We love your participation and we love your energy. All right, so again, my name is Love's Passion, and are you wanting?
You want us to do now?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want to fuck up.
We have another guest.
Hey.
And yummy. Introduce himself because he wanted to be the first person to come and sit in the hot seat about this casual sex conversation. But tell the people who you are.
I'm cousin Kev. I'm her cousin Kevin. How you doing, beautiful people? I'm just here to talk shit and give my honest opinion. Because, I ain't shit. But the thing is, I'm honest. I'm an honest ain't shit. So I'm going to tell you the truth.
All right. So we're gonna rock with that. We're going to rock with this. So, again, I'm Love's Passion. I am your certified sexologist I specialize in intimacy coaching and just sexual intimacy coaching for those who are experiencing troubles in those areas. So tonight we're gonna just go ahead and dive head first in. Pros, cons to casual sex. Are there any? Do we see the pros as something that we should be looking at as a con, or is it that we've got it all wrong? What are your thoughts, Peanut Butter?
Why did I knew you was gonna come to me first?
Because you always first. The best is always first.
The pros, we're gonna start with the pros, okay? I've said this before. Men are 90% physical and 10% emotional. We are 90% emotional and 10% physical. That being said, when casual dating, sex, I can't say sex. Casual fucking comes along. Sometimes it's just for a release. That's the good thing about it. I had a friend. He had 10,000 things going on in his mind. We don't fuck like that. We fuck once, maybe every 5 years, and I had to be his release. He cried, broke down. He was like, "Thank you, I'm good." And he got up, and next thing I know, he's starting a movie and doing this and doing that and doing this and doing that just because he had that release. Sometimes men be so backed up they can't get their mind straight. And the same thing with women. Men think that, it's just us. No. We have them problems too. If we are sexually frustrated, our attitude is bad. We ain't gonna cook. We ain't gonna clean. You ain't gonna get shit done until you're supposed to do what you're supposed to do. Sometimes I don't want you to caress me and hold me. I want you to fuck these shit out of me. And it's okay. Some people think that's bad, but sometimes it's good. You need that. Now the cons with it, Jesus Lord. Stalkers. You find out the other person's married. You got caught in the heat of the moment. You got an STD. Somebody's pregnant. It's so many cons. But that one pro is the most definite needed. I'm telling you, if people was getting fucked right, it would be a whole lot less attitude. That's all I'm saying. That's just me. Drop the mic.
True that.
It looks like you have a co-signer sitting next to Love's Passion. Go ahead, cousin.
I think so.
Go ahead, cousin. What you got to say about that? Okay, you're on mute. She's on mute.
You on mute. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Mute.
Okay, so
There
Jelly,
you
you're agreeing 100% with Miss Peanut Butter and what she's saying today, right?
You agree?
Okay.
I'm jelly.
You just gelling. Are you just gelling? Or are you truly agreeing with the fact that everyone needs to be casually with no strings attached, with you know.
No, I definitely agree. You know how much better the world would be if all these men didn't have to jack off and just actually release properly, so they get all that shit out of all that testosterone out of them. They would start thinking clearly. Since some of y'all be acting a little stingy, some of y'all, not all of y'all, some of y'all do. And it's just not my black women. It's just everybody all loves. But no, seriously, if people were able to get that sexual release off, then I definitely think we would be a very much different society.
But wait, we're talking about casual sex, and it's not about
you're casually having sex and you have that release.
You're casually having sex with 4 to 5 people, and you're not realizing the emotional tolls that it's taking on
that's
yourself.
Why you can't fuck them after three times.
But
you fucking want to making love.
Wait, so if you're casually having sex with them 3 times or more, now this is news to me.
You damn near making love at that point, dog.
Is this the same person? Are you talking about with the same person?
Yeah. If you're having like sex not consistently, but like that's my call her. If that shit, after about the 3rd, 4th time, hey dog, you making love at this point, man.
It's no longer casual.
I agree.
You damn near.
I agree. It's no
and
casual.
That's why you had to have a starting
after that
5.
First one,
a starting 5.
After that first one,
about this. Wait, hold on, peanut butter. We missing something. What is the starting 5? What is that rule?
Starting 5.
What is that? What is the starting 5?
You ready?
Oh, I need to hear it.
Oh, I'm listening too.
Wait, look at the people when you tell them about this starting 5.
Starting
right
5.
there.
Oh, right here?
Yeah, right
so
there.
So starting 5 is just like your basketball team. Mm-hmm. I don't know how you went on in your office, but me, I like my point. My point got to be nice, and I need someone on the block I can throw it to. So that means I got 2 good two solids, right? It's like spades. I got 2. I know I'm gonna get 2 books with this one, and then you got a strong possible, which is like small forward. Okay, that's your small forward.
Let me tell you what that starting 5 look like. I'm gonna tell you what your starting 5 look like. That the top notch, the point guard, the captain of the team, that's the motherfucker can give head, throw pussy back, ride or die. When he calls, she right there.
I used to call her peanut butter.
That second one, we're gonna call her the point guard. And yes, I do watch basketball. We're gonna call her the point guard, right? The second one, she got a certain quality.
This show we want to call her peanut butter. We're gonna call her
you
peanut
know
butter
what? We're gonna call her peanut butter for this show. Okay, so that second one, she got a certain quality he hangs on to for her. Like after the first one, everyone got a certain quality. And then that bottom that's sitting over there on the bench, she just waiting for one of them bitches to fuck up. That's all that is.
Bottom bitch. That's my bottom bitch.
But women got that too. Women got that too. I have that.
Yeah.
I have that.
Some 50 motherfuckers.
Okay, now we're not gonna go all off into
No. Look, everybody admit it, but everybody's had a 5 in their time.
Miss Deb, she is looking like she's trying to get in this.
You know what?
What are your thoughts, Miss Deb?
On casual sex? Well,
and what they are speaking of right now.
Oh, about their top 5?
Yes.
That part?
Yes.
I used to live that life. So I certainly understand. It actually used to be kind of like my philosophy to have a couple dudes because one fulfilled one need and then another filled, one took me out to eat, one stimulated my mind, one did this, but that's not how I roll these days. So I can relate.
Okay. So are we going to talk about the elephant in the room?
What's the elephant in the room?
Those mental and emotional connections that you're making with this top 5.
Well, I was going to wait to ask this particular question because peanut butter reference to this gentleman that she was was going through some things.
Mhm.
So I wanted to ask her, he felt better, but how much does she think that she absorbed of that energy?
See, here's the deal. I'm gonna call it release therapy. That's what I'm gonna call it right now. I treat release therapy like yeah, because that's all it is. I treat that like I treat my massage therapy. When I'm finished, I cleanse and I ground myself. So whatever that person was going through, whatever was pulling their mind or body, whatever, I don't want it. So to keep my sanity, I've learned to ground myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I give it to the earth because that's where it came from. So I give it back to disperse. And I keep my good energy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you don't
That's
believe
why
that
you-
you're doing a transfer of energy every time that you have casual sex with these people,
Yes.
in and out, or the top
Society.
5. Well, we're not talking about.
I'm sorry. I was giving her a very.
And again,
correct
let me
answer.
just explain what's going on here with Twitch right now. We are at a pool party and we're having side conversations. You know, like side
can't
sex.
help
We're
it.
having side conversations.
Jelly is a
Yes,
very
you should.
interactive person.
Right. Oh, greetings, God Talk Unhinged. Thank you for joining us. Please remember to like and share. Thank you.
Like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe, as Jelly says. All right. So again, we're talking back to the pros and cons. Now we've romanticized the pros of casual sex.
No.
Jelly,
Yes.
in your lifetime, within your pro life for casual sex, and have you ever found that the cons outweigh the pros?
It's been a few moments.
The pros outweigh the cons, yeah.
Yeah, they count. Yeah, it's been one or two of them. I'm like,
The cons outweigh the
Did
pros.
a little harder for that one. You know,
Yeah, a little
I
harder.
probably should have checked the cat facts a little bit harder on that one.
Mm.
You gotta. So hey, she right. You gotta be careful who you.
He said the cat facts.
Because sometimes, yeah, cat facts. Yeah. Show me the cat facts.
Yo, would you like to come say that on
You know
camera,
what I'm
man?
saying?
Man can always deposit into a woman. A woman can never deposit into a man. The transfer really, so that's a transfer from him. That's why we're going to get fucked up.
Right.
Talk your shit.
Well, they're not hearing you. You
Talk
come
your
sit
shit.
here and not be on camera, and they
Talk
can
your
hear
shit,
what
queen.
you're saying. Because we looking
Come on,
crazy
Craig.
just looking at you.
Come on, Craig.
We're going to
Come
have
on,
an
Craig.
off-camera voice that would like to.
But you know what?
Come on,
I
Craig.
You know what?
want to hear what she said.
Say it.
Yes,
Talk your
here
shit
we
again,
go.
baby.
Here we
So I
go.
said with women, you can never have just casual sex because what we have to realize is a man can deposit it into a woman. A woman can never deposit into a man. So as women, we're already emotional. When you get different men deposited into you, you wonder why you're dealing with certain things. It's all of that trait from that man. And that's why we so messed up as women. And that's why we can never just have casual sex. It's always going to be more.
We dealing with their demons and all of that.
That's
Well,
what I
let
said.
me-
After 3 times, I said about the 3rd time. You
Okay,
making
so
love
now
signs.
I have this 3-way conversation going on. I'm going to go ahead. Look, we're going to address what the voice on the side just said.
I
With
agree
some
with you
straight
on the side.
guardian. Are you guardian angel?
Speak on that.
Your guardian angel.
Stand up and shout it. 'cause
Okay,
you
so
talking
listen.
shit.
All right. So we're talking about casual sex, the pros and cons. Now, you made a point of saying that men cannot be deposited into any type of emotional tie.
I'm saying that physically, and that's why emotionally women are so scarred because we allow all these different men to deposit into us. So it's never just casual. Unless you're doing it one time, it's casual. If it's a FB, yes, we're gonna get emotionally tied to that because then we take on his and we take on ours, and then we mixing everybody up in his that been with him and then ours that we've been with, and then you just bring on too much when it
that part, and that part. I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why
So
I said 3.
now, because this is something that we've been untangling and unraveling. Do you have emotions?
Okay.
When it comes to sex,
When you come to sex as a man, do you have emotions
Yes.
and emotional ties?
They do.
Okay.
No, facts.
So facts are
No,
there are
it
hormones there are triggers that men and women perform. You know, there are hormones that they secrete after sex that is that protection, is that that stay together hormone that men secrete, and women, it is their cuddle hormone. This is something that is just a natural fact that women and men have emotions that connect them together, no matter if it's just a rumpus in the alleyway. You are depositing on each other. It may be in a different way. Men don't sit around and talk about their emotions and things of that sort like women do. Women do not masturbate on a regular like men do to become that disconnected to their selves and their livelihood. Now, I'm going to ask questions. I got my two voices and I still got my jelly. How long have you been having sex? What age did you start?
At the age of 13.
13. What age did you start masturbating?
18.
You started masturbating at 18?
I needed to get a nut one night, and I was like, "Fuck, shit."
He masturbated later than most.
Okay.
Well, I was getting.
Okay. Voices on the side to my left. When did you start having sex?
I lost my virginity at 23.
When did you start masturbating?
At 27, 28.
What's to the left? To the right?
Lost my virginity at 17. Probably started masturbating probably like 23, 24.
Okay. Where did peanut butter go?
Oh, God damn it, you can't have jelly without.
Miss Deborah, same question.
I lost my virginity at 15. I don't really remember when I started masturbating. But I know I'm in my 20s, I'm sure.
Okay. So most men, they either start masturbating early or having sex early. Now that puts women at a greater deficit of time of experiencing themselves, getting to know themselves, and being able to disconnect their emotions from their bodies. Can we agree with that? Can you see how that deficit, because most women from the age they're old enough to walk and talk are told, you know, you don't do that. Right. You don't give the cookie away. You don't touch the cookie. You know, that's your yoo-ha. You know, stay away from them little nasty boys. This is what the conversation is with most girls, most women, and they have a longer time frame of experimentation within themselves. Now, so couldn't it be that men are ahead of the game when it comes to the disconnect between sex and emotion? And not to say that they do not have those emotions and they do not make those connections, or the imprints are not there. Because I'm not a man, but I will give that men have emotions and connections, that they're not just running around sticking their penis into every vagina and not feeling something, because they are, again, human. Are you not?
I am.
That's just
I have flesh just like you.
It's not made up that way.
Right. Well, why are they not made up that way? Why were you saying that?
Let peanut butter in.
Damn, like, she over there finna fuck up her whole life. Look, she gonna be laughing too.
Sorry, y'all.
It got bad real quick.
Accident.
Real
Okay, so Mr. Jelly, you're the only man on this panel right now. Can you give me insight into that? Are you an unemotional creature that do not experience emotion and connection
I think
of some sort?
I would. But some of it was it's society
that tells you.
Yeah, partly. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I
definitely would say I don't know. Because for me, it was something I experienced early, and then it became like, damn, I like that shit. And then, like, I didn't really learn how to be intimate with a woman after a while. After you have a few shared experiences. Okay, I see why. Why no? Baby got swiggle with her wiggle. What you call it? But no, it is kind of hard to. I don't know because you kind of got to get this whole mentality that you're taught or kind of implement with like, got to get all you can, keep it G.
And who gave you that notion that you had to get all you can to be a G?
Well, this is, hey man, ladies, this is the 90s, okay? This is this very soft 2020 babies. I know y'all a little different, this was in the 90s, okay? But back then, you got to show, you got game, you can do what you do. You're not soft, you're not gay. That's what I was just that mindset and the attitude back then. But you kind of just talk, keep it play, keep it G. Well, that's how I was. There's some people out there though, men that also experience the same things as women do. Let me tell y'all that. You might not show it, the same shit, just like y'all. So not everybody, can really have the same experience as I have.
Okay. So even in that, because you avoided the question,
I did.
Yes, you did. So I'm gonna ask you again. Are you an emotional creature that has feelings?
Yeah.
That does make emotional connections, maybe even in the slightest way?
Yeah. And then sometimes you make them without even knowing, like you be like, damn, like fucking with that. Sometimes you get that, I not hear the echo. But shit, sometimes that one time you feel it, you be like, damn, I'm down and don't want to pull out. Like it's hard to explain, but when you have it and you be like, damn, okay, I experienced it. And then sometimes that's when you become more intimate. You start to learn like, okay, this is I might just hit some random chick,
Right.
In this city or after a party or whatever it is, whatever situation. That's why I said after that third time, you making love. By that third time, you're like, okay, damn, now you starting to know what she like, what turns her on, how to, you know how to hit her spots a little better. You know what I'm saying? By that third time, you make it.
Hey, Brown Eye 77,
I'm just being
365. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you guys for checking in with us. Again, this is Love's Passion Talk, and we are talking about the pros and cons of casual sex. And we have a very open.
I want to answer the questions.
I'm sorry, buddy. What'd you say?
I want to answer the questions.
Okay.
I want to answer the questions that you asked earlier.
All right, go ahead.
Talk your shit.
My first time I had sex, I was 17. Like, actually broke my chair. And the first time I masturbated, I was 4.
Okay. So you have a leg up on most women because you know what you like, you know what you don't like, you know how you like it, right? Because you've been able to basically experiment for the longest amount of time.
I have.
In your lifetime, in your sexual rendezvous with your casual sex experiences, where maybe you're not establishing a connection with that person, do you think that they establishing a connection with you?
I don't think I know they did. I know they did. I was extremely horny. It was the first time drinking. I don't know what got into me, but I went through 2 boxes of condoms that night. I got up, I took a shower while he was asleep, and I left and deleted his number. The next day, he was parked in front of my house. He was sitting in front of my house. He was married.
So that kind of dismisses that kind of supports the view of men being able to make an emotional connection, because it wasn't just a one-off for him.
For me, it was just a one-off, but I didn't know how he felt. But at that, you were asking earlier, you were saying earlier about the emotions connecting to casual sex. Let me tell you something. It's a hit or miss. Because I've been through so much sexual trauma, I've learned to disconnect. Unless you're my man and we having a mental connection first. That's why I always tell men, I need you to fuck my mind before you fuck my body. Because if you fuck my mind, then you have me emotionally. But if you just fucking me, I can fuck you, get up, clean the whole motherfucking house, and cook dinner. If I'm not emotionally connected to you.
And never talk to you again.
And never talk and won't give a damn. I can see you in the fucking store with your family, and you can speak to me, and I'll look like, who the fuck are you? I've done it. I'm telling you, I've done it. I've made motherfuckers invisible because I learned how to disconnect from it. But if you got me emotional, if we're emotionally and mentally connected, you can hold a conversation more than by rap and basketball. You got some alliteration coming out of your mouth, then you got me. You can speak a word and I can nut.
Right.
That's how strong that emotional, you know what I'm saying, can get.
Right.
So so when it's hard, and some people call men hoes because they fuck this girl, fuck that girl, but they don't understand how men had to disconnect from that because women try to control men with it. So they have to, unless they just want that girl, they have to emotionally disconnect.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard. I know it is. I've done it.
So let's look at that and let's dissect that.
Okay.
Emotional disconnection comes because they had to disconnect because of the trauma.
Whatever reason. Yeah, because some people use different reasons.
Right. So again, is casual sex a pro or a con?
It kind of depends what you need at that moment, really.
At that moment. Because when I'm in my manic state, because I've told you before, I am bipolar. When I get in a manic state, I can clean this whole motherfucking house and be ready for 3 hours of just straight fucking. I don't want you to kiss me, hug me, don't lick my nipples, don't do none of that shit. Eat my pussy and fuck me. That's what I be at. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like oh damn, that could be bad because I'm finna say it's like a drug, but shit, damn, that's bad too. So
well, do you think that the ability to establish disconnected sex is a pro or a con?
That's a con.
It's a con.
It's a con.
Definitely.
It's most definitely a con because when you get like that, what if you do find that person that you want to be with, you won't know how to connect with them emotionally. You won't know how because you practice this thing for so long, it comes like this.
Right.
So now you want kids, you want a family, you want to be in love, but damn, you don't know how to do it.
Right. You've established you've established a pattern of disconnecting your true self from what it is you truly want. By having casual sex with many, it's training yourself to no longer be able to emotionally open up or emotionally connect.
They trying to be quiet, I promise. They trying to whisper.
Okay, so again, thank you guys for tuning in, and let me explain what's going on. I'm at a pool party, and there's a lot of people rolling around here.
Rita,
like, comment, share, subscribe.
I gotta answer a question. She asked me, was I sexually abused? She's talking to me because I masturbated at 4. Yes, I was. From the age of 4 years old until 17 by multiple people, family members. And it took a while to get over that. And for some reason, I kind of contribute what I went through to how I am now.
Right.
Because I faced it. No, none of those people have power over me. And how I am is how I am always. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it was hard. It was tough. I had to push through it. It took me, my breakthrough was at age 40, and I'm about to be 45. So it was a breakthrough, and I saw the world in a different light. I didn't see everybody as coming to just fuck me. Because that's why I said casual dating for me was pros and cons, because I felt like that's all men wanted. So when it came to casual fucking, I was like, okay, let's do it. This the only way I'm gonna get you to talk to me is let me fuck you. And it burned in my brain, which was really not the way it was supposed to be.
Okay, so Brown Eyes 777 asked, "Did you ever go to therapy?"
Yes.
And thank you, Kimmy13, for joining us.
Hey, sweetie. Yes, love. I did go to therapy. When I first started, I had a psychiatrist and a psychologist. I had both, and I think my psychologist is missing me. She called me the other day, but I do go to regular therapy because some of my sexual trauma came from the military. So into my adulthood, I was still getting that. And so one day, I'm gonna make it quick. One day I went to the mirror. I was in basic training. I'll never forget it. It was after the third time he raped me. I went to the mirror and I just began scrubbing my forehead because I felt like that it was something there to make men think it's okay to violate me. I thought it was on my forehead, it branded on my ass. I didn't know any better. And that's why when I did get married and started having children, I spoke sex freely to them. I made them understand. It's okay to have emotions when you fucking somebody. I tell my boys that now. I have 3 grown sons. It was like, well, nah, mom, I just want to do this. I get that. Don't disconnect yourself from it. I don't want them to make the mistakes I made.
Right.
So
were they your mistakes or the or the tactics of others?
I feel like it was my mistake because when the first incident happened, I didn't say anything. I was young. I grew up full gospel. So the rule was whatever's going on in that house, you keep it in that house.
Right.
So when my stepfather, my stepbrother, my cousins, they were doing these things to me, I was scared because I felt like that my mother wouldn't believe me. I felt like she would believe me because I was so young. They just made that up. I felt like she wouldn't believe me.
Right.
So it caused me, I want to say actions of others, but then I feel like I didn't make that step that I needed to make to just lay that blame on them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's 2 ways to it. But I felt like, because kids give signs.
Right.
Kids give signs. And I felt like my mom just missed the signs. So that's why when my kids were born and got to teenage, I watched. I wasn't overbearing, but I paid attention, just casually fucking. When I first started doing it, I was seeing the people that did what they did to me.
Were you, when did you start the process of voluntarily having casual sex?
I was 27. And that's when I started dancing. I became a dancer. I was according to the man, I was the little girl next door. I didn't wear makeup. I had the little negligee. I didn't have what strippers wore. And that's how I made my money. Right. Then I went into the avenue of, I'll give you 500 if you come meet me. I didn't have a job. I had 4 children that I was taking care of. I'm going to get this money. I'm going to go get this money. I'm strap up, take my gun with me because I always carried a 38. I love 38s. I love old school stuff. I had a revolver. I kept that 38 on me because one thing I did know motherfucking know how to do is shoot. I'm going to hit something, goddamn it. So when it opened up, that money started coming in like that, guess what I had to do? Disconnect myself again. I had to disconnect myself. I couldn't allow myself to get wrapped up emotionally, no matter how good it felt or how bad it was or what he called me or how he made me feel. I had to disconnect because I couldn't allow myself down that path.
Right.
So because if you're doing this on a regular basis, you fucking 4 or 5 people a week, and you cannot emotionally get wrapped up with all of them. There's too many motherfucking emotions. You're gonna explode.
Right. But let's go back. Let's go back, and something that you said jogged something in me. You started having casual sex at 27,
Mm-hmm.
but until then, it was not your choice.
I was married. We were raised.
It was
Do
not
tell
your
husband
choice.
no.
And again, it was not your choice. So you started having casual sex to do what you saw others do to you.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem.
Uh-huh.
I started using it as power.
Yes.
I became power hungry. I saw
sex as power.
I saw what I could do. I saw what I could do. You know how you do research for your classes and all that stuff? My research was, I knew every motherfucking porn star, every porn convention. I was learning new tricks. I was learning how to grip this. I got so good at my job that I learned how to pick up quarters, a roll of quarters, and drop them back in your hand. That's how much research I did, because now I'm not looking at it as sex. I'm looking at it as business.
Right.
And that's where the emotional disconnect comes in, when you start looking at it as a business.
Right. As a transaction. Because it doesn't necessarily have to be a business, because you are not alone in the way that you feel within yourself. You know, yes, you've had a lot of sexual trauma, emotional trauma throughout your years, but that matriculates to a lot of women as well as a lot of men. We've had the topic of abuse, and having men to know that you did not make that choice to have sex at 4, even though your dad and your brothers like, oh yeah, man, that was good. Oh yeah, you did it. You being a man.
I actually had my brother. He actually was telling everyone what he was doing. He was we grew up in church together, so he was telling people, but I think it was more of, that can't be happening. He's full of crap. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And when I saw the control he had over me, I said, I can do this to others. So it becomes a circle, a big ass motherfucking circle.
It was a learned behavior.
And it came so easy. I was like, shit, okay, whatever.
I think it's also a way to protect yourself.
Right.
I was very guarded. You guys, I've been engaged twice. In the first engagement, he's a great guy. I just found that one thing that I said I wouldn't be able to deal with. And it was a small thing. Something I could have helped him stop doing. You know what I'm saying? But I used that as a wall to say, okay, I can't deal with this. You got to go. Every time it seemed like it was going on the path that it was supposed to go, I self-sabotage. And that's what happens when you have casual sex like that, and you got them emotions all tangled up. You self-sabotage a lot of things, even the things that are good for you.
Exactly. Okay. So
jelly bacon.
We've gone on to a very, very serious and very relevant topic. The cost of sexual trauma and emotional disconnectedness and casual sex. We're going to take a quick break to recollect ourselves and readjust. About 30 seconds. We're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back to this, and we're going to dive a little more deeper into it. And I thank you, Butter, for sharing your experience, your life experience and lived experience. But we're going to we'll be right back. Just one moment. All right, so guys, we are on a break.
We're still up, still live. We're still live.
No.
I'm looking at
You're
no.
It's supposed to be a commercial running. God darn it! These technical difficulties. Hold on.
Hold on.
Supposed to be running a ad right here. I don't
Okay.
see it.
Good.
What?
I see it. We're good.
We're good.
We're good.
Commercial
Yeah.
on?
Yeah.
All right. I don't see it. I don't see
You're
it.
trying to make me cry. No, I'm looking at the commercial. It's an Army commercial.
So listen,
Wait.
shit, we got 15 seconds from what I'm seeing. You guys, we're gonna have to bring this topic a little up. All right, break is over. All right, thank you for coming back. I appreciate you watching here on Twitch land. Again, let me explain what's going on. The noise that you hear in the back is a pool party, and you know, we have a lot of people that are wanting to tune in to dive into this conversation. We got to a very, very deep and relevant. We got into a deep and very, very relevant part of where we're at on this topic, but we're gonna try to bring it back a little bit and bring it back to casual sex. And we're gonna bring it back to casual
I think that's just the dark side of casual sex, and I think that's the part when you talk about casual sex that you do have to discuss, because that's why some people are doing it to maintain control, or they haven't quite dealt with their trauma, and that's their way of disconnected. Because I can honestly say I can relate to you in so many ways, and I had a really big problem with intimacy for many, many years. That's why I no longer have casual sex. But so that's I understand what you're saying and where you're coming from and why you move the way you move. I think sex when it's healthy and when you're powerful, however you want to do it, I think that's all well and great. But when there's that underlying trauma that you still have to deal with, that's when you might want to look at why you are having sex. Do you really want to?
Right.
Or are you doing something to guard yourself in many ways? I misrepresented myself many times when I met a man to protect myself. I made him think casual sex was what I wanted and all I cared about it, when really I wanted someone to love me. But I misrepresented myself because I didn't want to get hurt. You understand what I'm saying? So I no longer misrepresent myself. That's why I'm not going. To me, sex is very much a spiritual exchange. So I'm not going to exchange anything with you if I'm not connected to you on some level. So I can totally relate to what she's saying and where she's coming from.
I use sex as a safe space. That's what I was doing. And I'm saying safe space because mind you, I'm full gospel. So I know drugs were bad. You're not supposed to drink. So I can't drink. I can't do drugs. So I use sex.
But it's okay for people to be touching you and mistreating you.
Right. So right, when you're going through before I'm speaking before therapy, when I was going through whatever the things were going on in my mind, I felt like that was my drug. I use it as a drug. And that's what, when you're casual fucking like that, it's a drug. Like, you gotta call this person, every time you see this person, you gotta have that person, you gotta have it. No, you don't.
But
do you see casual sex? Well, let me ask the both of you. Do you see casual sex as a way of maintaining control within your life?
I did. I no longer do.
No.
Okay. Expound on that, Deborah.
Because like I was saying earlier, it would it would just be casual to me to guard myself. It was just a way that I protected myself.
Would you like to come in?
So
I can listen.
All right, we have someone else joining us. Your name?
Party's Dolphins Jr.
All right.
hey.
Party's Dolphins Jr.
Curtis Dolphin Jr. Okay, again, you guys, this is a pool party. So yes, the men do not have on shirts, but they do have on boxers. Okay, so he's wanting to listen in, so we're going to allow him to listen in on our topic. Our topic tonight is casual sex, the pros and cons. Okay, and this is Deborah, Miss Peanut, and thank you for joining in with us. All right, thank you guys in Twitch land. If you have any questions, topics, or concerns, please do just go ahead and comment in the comments. And just let us know that you would like to contribute to this topic. All right. And we appreciate you being here and watching and listening and sharing this experience and moment with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Follow as well if you like what you're hearing, and we appreciate you coming through to our Twitch show, which is every Sunday night, 8 p.m. Central Time, right here on Twitch. All right, so casual sex, pros and cons. Now we have dissected casual sex as a pro being a power, but it's also a con.
It is most definitely a con.
Element for what you're truly experiencing. We've also dissected the fact that men have emotional connections, make emotional connections through casual sex as well as women. Do you believe this is true, Mr. Junior?
About casual sex?
Yes. Do men have emotional connections? Do they make emotional connections within a casual sex environment or experience?
Casual sex.
Mm-hmm.
So casual sex is like someone that you've seen on a regular that you having sex with casually?
No, this is a one-off.
No, not at all. Men don't do that. I feel like men don't have. When men see somebody they're attracted to, they want to have sex with that person, especially if they have somebody that they consider that's better or that's more sophisticated or classy, that's probably more wife material. They don't want to. They're just gonna have sex with you, get what they want, and vice versa. You're gonna get something that you want, and then that should be the end of it, or it is the end of it.
Well, let's say you're not married. You're just a single individual.
No, I'm not speaking as a married man.
Well, no. I'm just saying no commitments. No, we have single people all over the world that are having casual sex. This is that one-off. Never gonna see you again.
So why would you have feelings for somebody that you would never see again?
Well, this is why we're talking about.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nah. If it's casual like that, that's not casual to me. That's like more of like it was spontaneous sex. It was promiscuous sex.
Promiscuous sex. Now that's
okay. So here's the thing. Maybe you should explain what casual fucking is. Explain what casual fucking is.
So casual fucking. There's different casual fucking, because casual fucking could be like, I just met this girl, she's my friend, and we understand that we're a friend with benefits. Then it's casual fucking that way, right?
Okay, Rita, love, give me your definition. Give me your definition.
Casual sex is two consenting adults that engage in intercourse without the future or out the thought of establishing that relationship.
That is so textbook.
Google says casual sex is sexual activity between people who are not established sexual partners or do not know each other well.
Right. You meet someone at a bar or a club, you have sex with them in their car, and you move on.
So how can you have feelings for somebody that you plan to move on from?
Mm-hmm. Well, the act of having sex is something that is an emotional connection between the both of the parties involved. One is experiencing all sorts of pleasure. The other may be experiencing mental satisfaction. But there are two acts that are being performed at any one given time with casual sex. It's not. My mind is only thought of, I need to get a out. I need to ejaculate, and you move on. That's why men see a woman that they like and they want to be with, they want to touch, they want to have sex with, and they approach that woman. And if it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. If it doesn't happen that moment, they continue to press it. It's because, number one, you establish an emotional connection to someone from the moment that you view them.
You establish attraction to that person.
Right.
You want to establish no emotion because the first thing that I saw you, I'm like, oh, that woman is attractive. I didn't look at you. I'm like, oh, I want to be her friend emotionally. No, man.
Okay, let me ask you this. We don't know each other. Right?
Exactly. This is our first time ever seeing her.
So this is his first time.
But I know she got a big butt.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
Oh, shut up.
It is.
But look, if somebody walked into this house right now and started to shoot, or threatened our lives in any manner or mannerism, there's a lot of women here and men for that fact that you do not know, that these are first time encounters everywhere. Would you be inclined to stand up as a man to try to protect, or just, hey, I don't know you, goodbye?
Nah, hell no. I'm gonna do my best to knock him off. I'm gonna neutralize him. That's my goal.
Okay. So is that why? I'm just gonna ask why. I'm not gonna ask why.
Probably because my daddy. I got 3 sisters and a mama.
Right.
So
is that not an emotional connection, emotional transfer?
I feel like that's just something that I was raised to do. That's something that I was taught. Just like I was taught to believe that there's a Jesus.
Right.
Like, it's not nothing emotional. It's something that I was ingrained to. It was instilled in me as a little boy.
That's instinct.
Yes.
Instinct, exactly.
Yeah, there's instincts of, if somebody pops a balloon, you jump. That's an instinct.
No, that's impulse. That's not instinct.
No, that's your instinct, because
impulse.
you start socializing. You start socializing that sound and rationalizing it with your past experience.
Yes.
Same thing as with protection of a woman, protection of the space that you're in. These things are emotionally tied to experiences that we have from our past.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right. So when I say I don't know you, you don't know me, but if someone was to come incorrectly and you are equipped to handle, you're going to handle it, right? Because that's how you were raised. Those are the things that were instilled into you. They were tied to emotions because you loved your mother, you loved your sisters, and those things were instilled in you based off of emotional connection.
If you said that way, yeah.
Okay. You see a woman, you think she's attractive, or a man, you next. You see a woman or a man, you think that they're attractive, you approach them. There are these physical and chemical and spiritual connections that are happening at any one given time.
But you don't look at an ugly person and be like, oh, I want to be emotionally attached to that person.
But you can look.
Don't get a cute person to say I want to be emotionally attracted to him. You just say
what do you do when you see a cute person?
I want to be physically attracted.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying the whole time.
Yeah. But I'm just saying. Yeah. You do. You look at a physical person and say I want to be.
And if you see an ugly person, what you gonna do?
I walk away.
You gonna walk the other way.
You're not finished.
Girl, ma'am, the girl is making money right now.
Oh my God. So
sorry.
Let's go back into. Do you believe in love at first sight?
No. It's bullshit.
No.
It's lust.
That's lust.
That is lust.
That is flesh.
When
It's
you
all physical.
do you have children?
Yes, I do.
Did you love them at first sight?
No, I didn't.
You hated their guts?
Did.
From the moment that they put them in your hand, you hated their guts.
Not my child, no.
Okay, did you love your child?
But here's the thing, though. Hold on, baby. Okay. Here's the thing, though. I carried my child for 9 months. I had time to get emotionally attached to that child in the 9 months. So by the time they put that child in my hand, yes, there was an attraction, but I had technically 10 months to get attracted and physically connected to that child. But at the same time, you don't carry a man for that amount of time. So I don't feel attached to
let me explain something to you.
Okay.
From the time that you were born, there is this picture of the perfect man in your head that is planted by your experiences, your family, your life. You are being birthing the man that you are going to be attracted to for the rest of your life.
Okay.
So you don't believe in love at first sight.
No,
you can be groomed to love a child for 9 months because they grew inside your body, but you've never saw that child.
But that child, you're making that child. That
child is in
and
you.
Guess what?
Yeah.
But
you're creating that child.
Let me explain.
That child is a part of you.
Let me explain the difference from experience. If you tell a man that this is what you want, a man will become what it is that you want.
Right.
He's gonna play that part.
Because you done verbalized that this is what you want. Because men are naturally predators by nature. They will become what you want because they are predators. They're going to become what you want to get what it is that they want. Right. Okay. So
what they want is you.
Right. So because what they want is you, they're going to become what you want so they can get what they want.
Exactly. Because what they want is you. But this is the thing. Men don't morph and just become something. Women also do the same thing.
Correct.
Yeah.
So it's not a one-way street.
No, it's not. I'm not saying it is.
So in the same sense, you're saying that men morph and become this creature that you want because they're natural predators.
Yes,
if women do the same thing, are we natural predators?
Yes, we are.
Women are predators.
We are. We can, if we choose to be. We can be. If we choose to be, we can be.
We are not. We are not created that way.
We're not created, but we have choices. We can be.
The culture now. We talk culture
now. Exactly.
Because the way to something.
If I want to be an anxious person, I can
Thank
be
you for
that.
joining in, Miss BJ727. Thank you guys. Please remember. Follow and share. Let me explain what's going on again.
Come on back to the subject.
Party and this conversation has went to another level. There's so many people that this topic is just jumping off on, and I do appreciate you guys tuning in. Hey King, hey fam, hey King 1,
Hey King.
4. Thank you guys for tuning in. Please remember to like, share, comment. I appreciate you being here. Now let me reiterate. I am at a pool party. That's why he doesn't have on his shirt, and I have on a bikini. But we are conversation with real people because real people matter in their conversations matter and their input matters. We're gonna go back and try to keep.
Okay, we can't hear her. We can't hear you.
She's muted again.
Hi, hold on. Technical difficulties. So sorry, technical difficulties. All right.
You are the technical difficulty.
I lost connection with my mic. That was not me. Anywho, look, I'm having technical difficulties is just something that I think we just gonna have to deal with. Darn it. Okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? All right. Yes. Great. So listen. We had the question of do you believe in love at first sight? Being that love at first sight is an emotional
lust at first sight.
That's what I can make sure
it's an emotional connection that you made with someone. Have you ever peanut butter? This is Deborah.
Yes.
And the people in the chat. I'm asking, have you ever felt something strongly for someone else that was not a sexual tie.
Yes.
Maybe it was the man on the corner, the lady on the street with the baby,
Yes.
walking in the rain.
Yeah.
Are those emotions, or is that just something that's ingrained in it?
I think it's more of an energy. It's not an emotion. It's more of an energy. What attracts you?
I
Okay.
agree.
Okay,
I
so
don't think that's-
we're gonna give you one that everyone knows: George Floyd. His end of life experience that touched an emotional connection with the absolute world. Now, if a perfect stranger can connect with you on an absolute visual plane, where the thing that was in you was sparked and said, no, this is wrong, this can't be happening. You know, people felt love for this man and cared for this man's being. That's not something that is just innate and ingrown to that emotion. Empathy, caring, compassion, they run into the same emotional world as love and lust. Can you
But I
understand?
think that was a trigger and trauma for Black people as well.
Right.
But here's the problem. What you're describing are not emotions, they're feelings. It's a difference. It's a thin difference, but it's a difference. If somebody dies, I don't know them, I'm gonna feel some type of, I'm gonna be sad. That's a feeling, right? If you see somebody that's fine as hell, Morris Chestnut in his prime.
Yes.
You see Morris Chestnut in his prime, your feeling is gonna be, damn, he is fine. I would fuck him. You see what I'm saying?
I like that.
Not I'm in love with him.
Peanut
I
butter.
want to fuck. That's what he was talking about, the attraction. Remember, he said we attract somebody, we might want to fuck them, but that's not an emotion. The feeling and emotion is a real thin line, just like between love and hate, right?
Right.
So when I see somebody that I want to fuck,
So we
it's
lazy
not.
niggas.
It's a feeling. The emotion comes when you get to know that person and learn about them and spending time on the phone, going out on dates. That's when it becomes emotional, because you're getting to learn that person. You're trying to see if this is the person I want to keep talking to.
Right. Right.
Makes sense?
Do you have anybody in the room that has participated in casual sex that has not experienced trauma? Can you ask?
Let me ask. Is there anybody in this room that has had casual sex and have not experienced trauma? Is that you?
Not experienced trauma.
Oh,
Sexual trauma and casual sex.
So
So
she
yes,
walked
you
away.
have the voice that hasn't experienced sexual trauma with casual sex.
Yeah,
You have
I want to know, is there anyone in the room who has a lot of casual sex that who hasn't experienced sexual trauma? Is there anybody in the chat? Is there anybody in the room?
Okay, she says she doesn't have a lot.
But she's had casual sex.
She's had
And
two.
hasn't
She's
experienced
only
sexual
had 5 partners. She has 2 people that she has casual sex with.
Okay. When I say casual sex, I mean like one and done. Because I think
Like one of them, yes, that's casual sex.
and then it turns into emotional, not so
Right.
connected sex.
exactly. That's what I was saying. You know, you understood what I was saying then. That one and done.
So I understand you,
That,
ma'am.
yeah. See, you get what I'm saying? So that one and done. And I've had quite a few of those. And I was okay with it. I was completely okay with it, which was sad because I shouldn't have been. Because I'm putting damage to myself. And I don't think we understand, you know, when we're doing that casual fucking and that one and done, we're getting these different sized penises and all these juices and diseases. We're fucking ourselves up.
Right. Right.
So when you asked us, is casual sex a pro or con? it is most definitely a con because we're doing damage mentally, physically, and if you're really fucked up in the head emotionally. Because after that, I've had time where I fuck somebody, I get up and leave, and I go home and I be like, why the fuck did I do that? I shouldn't have did that. Why?
I didn't even want to do that.
I didn't even want to do that.
But I think when you've been through what we've been through, sometimes you think that's all that you have to offer.
Right. And for a long time,
so you lead with that.
For a long time, I felt like that's the only thing I was good for.
Mm-hmm.
I know how to cook, clean. Mm-hmm. I can come in and fix your plumbing. Mm-hmm. I'm a nerd. I'm a most definitely a nerd because if I don't know it, I'm gonna learn it. Mm-hmm. Right. And that's
but you lead with sex
because I think that's what they want.
Right.
Because that's how it's always been because of the trauma that I was going through, and then that's how they came at me. Nobody showed me love. Nobody hugged me. Nobody says, let that
happen to you.
Right. Mm-hmm. So when we become adults, we're like, okay, well, it's okay for them to do this to me. Mm-hmm. So how because it goes with that casual dating shit. It goes when I'm in the military, he raped me 3 times. Mm-hmm. 3. I'm grown. And I cannot get the words to come out of my mouth because I feel like that's the way it was supposed to be.
Right.
So when you go through messed up crap like that and you disconnect yourself, that casual dating becomes like getting up and drinking.
Nature, it's like what?
What?
Hey, I like you. You cute. Let's go home. Let's do this. We don't ever have to talk again. You know.
Baby, no, you don't understand. I've been in the stairwares at the Bank of America downtown. Bathroom, Jack in the Box, the Griffs on Buckner. Nothing to me. Mm-hmm. And I walk right out like, and it could be people standing out there. I wouldn't give a damn. Mm-hmm. Hi. Can I get a double meat with fries and a shake? Like I didn't do a damn thing. Mm-hmm. And that's really not supposed to be our mindset as women. Mm-mm. So but when I went to
it's exactly why some men have the same mindset, because I know one thing I've learned about life is anything that I've ever done, I know I'm not alone. I know there's somebody else who can relate to my story. I think that's why that's why I will talk about my story, because I know I'm not alone. People just don't are ashamed or don't, really want to talk about it. But there are a lot of men out here moving around real foul too that have experienced some type of trauma. That's why I was asking, was there anybody in the chat room or in the room who has behaved this way that has not experienced trauma? Because I think when you have, when you're healthy, you don't casually throw it around.
No, because your mindset is different.
Right.
Your mindset is totally different, and you're able to think things through. Right. That makes sense. Mm-hmm. And because now,
you have boundaries and you value yourself. You have boundaries and you value yourself way more. You just don't move that way.
That's what I'm saying.
Not anymore. And it was hard because it easily comes to me. Hey, Jelly.
That's really sick. Still.
Is it still?
It breaks from it.
Hey guys,
about casual dating is okay. Just fucking and go.
Hold on a second. Y'all continue to talk. I'm gonna mute myself so that y'all can hear and continue. We can hear you.
So when I did come out of that mindset of I'm gonna fuck him and I'm gonna go, I'm good, I got what I needed, or I got an orgasm, or I got a nut, or even if I didn't, if he got his, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And I leave. So when I broke free of that, I would see someone, right? They'd be like, damn, he fine. I would fuck the shit out of him. Oh, well. And I keep going. It's different now. Right. Now I had to come out of casual fucking one because I have kids. And you don't want kids seeing that revolving door. You know, no revolving door. So when they started comprehending things on a sexual level, I said, okay, it's time to pause. I need to get some help because I was doing it without a problem.
Right.
When you start, just like a murderer, if you have to kill somebody and that guilt is eating you up and it's driving you crazy, then you know you're not going to kill again. But if you kill somebody and go on and go home and fix a hamburger, come on.
You can do it again.
You can do it again. So
I used to be pretty heartless.
I actually had someone after a one and done call me and say, so you wouldn't go tell me bye? You couldn't just stay home? That wasn't my mindset. I did what I came to do. I'm finna go. I jumped in my car and burnt off. When he did that, it broke me because I never want to hurt anyone. That's never my intention.
Right.
When I actually heard the pain in his voice, I was like, oh, fuck. I'm fucking. And I had a whole boyfriend. And I was like, oh, there's something not right. And I went into the VA and I was like, hey, I need some help. Something's not right. There was too much.
Yeah.
What? Ma'am. Come in.
Okay, so listen, we're cleaning up, get ready to get out of here. That's what the whole thing is like, madhouse right now. So yeah, don't be.
Okay.
I'm just letting y'all go ahead and have that conversation.
I can't see the chat. So did anybody answer my question? Is there anybody who?
No one answered.
No one answered.
No.
Because I'm really interested in
right.
Who has casual sex? Who's?
Well, there was no one in the room able to answer, so it was all, trauma influence. So that
influence.
And I'm sorry, and I know that we talk about this sometimes, and people may not want to hear about it or don't want to talk about it, but I think that trauma and the sweeping of the dismissive approach that a lot of people take is the reason why we live in this current, environment, and that we, a lot of us move the way that we move.
Hey, Deborah, Kimmy D13 asked you to ask the question again. She missed it.
Well, Kimmy D13, I know the answer. I know your answer already. But my question was, is there anybody in the chat that has casual sex on a regular basis that has not experienced sexual sex?
Can we get you to mute yourself?
Who? Oh, background. Aretha. You talking about Aretha?
Yeah.
Did Kimmy respond?
Okay, good. Now ask the question again, because when you asked the question, I don't know if she heard it fully.
The question is there anyone in the chat that has casual sex on a regular basis that has not experienced sexual trauma? That's
right.
the question.
Ooh, nothing yet. So I think with our society,
there's no answer. There's no one answering in the chat. So that is a telling experience.
I believe that because we grew up in a generation where you didn't talk about that. That was the elephant in the room, and they stayed in the room, had a comfortable seat. You know what I'm saying? You didn't talk about that type of stuff, or you didn't what they say, accuse anybody of that because you're going to put their name out there bad or whatever the case may be. Every culture has a reason why they didn't talk about it, right? Or why they felt like whatever sexual thing happened was okay.
Well,
right?
I've met men I've met women, white women, black women,
Mm-hmm.
who have been sexually abused. They told their mother or someone, and someone always protects the predator and dismisses the victim.
Right.
And then
Right.
also, I feel like with a lot of with some men, I believe that they have experienced some type of sexual trauma at a young age. However, because it felt good to them, they don't even realize
That it was trauma.
that it's trauma. And they've been hunching and humping everything they could.
Let me tell you what my
Especially the
ex-husband said.
boys.
He said, who you fuck, who takes your virginity is how you'll be. He said he's a hoe because a hoe took his virginity. And when I start seeing things that's happening in life and mirroring that, and I was like, he didn't say it correct, but he right. He right. Because my virginity was taken by a guy that I truly love. So I didn't look at it as sex. I looked at it as we're making love. We had music. He had the candles lit. All that good stuff.
And
I
how
stole
old
my
were you though?
night. I was 17.
Okay.
And I stole my mama's nighty little negligee. I thought I was the shit. And I'm prancing my ass around and, you know, and he just looked at me like I was the most beautiful thing in the world. He didn't look at me like a piece of meat.
Mm-hmm.
He looked at me like, you my girl. You're mine. Can't nobody. So at that moment, guess what? I felt love. So I felt like he didn't take my virginity. He made love to me.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that wasn't casual.
No.
Because he knew me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But after him,
Mm-hmm.
I was retarded. I was fucking everything.
I you know, I can relate to that as well, because after I had consensual sex for the first time,
Right.
it's like it set off something in my brain, and I had to do that again.
Like it's like a high you're chasing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's why I said when she asked is casual fucking a con or a pro, it is most definitely a con. Even if you do get something productive out of it, you still got them side effects. Like with any medication you take, it has side effects. So, and I don't think people realize that when they are casually fucking. I'm just gonna fuck him and I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna but what if that person, while y'all just fucking that one and done, does something that you're not used to, but you enjoy? So now you're finna search and try to find that high. So, because your rule is, I'm not gonna fuck this person again, right? So that's your rule. You're not gonna fuck this person again, so you're not gonna get that experience again. So now you're chasing it. You're chasing that high.
What do you think that? Okay, you made a comment earlier about when you were having casual sex that sometimes you weren't even satisfied. You were just taking care of them. So, what do you think you're getting from casual sex?
That part of me, which I'm grateful that it has not left me, I'm a giver. I'm a giver. If other people are happy, I'm happy. No matter if I'm sick, broke down, I could have a black eye and my teeth fucked up. If everybody around me is happy, I'm happy. It makes me feel good to know that what I did made that person smile, or what I performed or shake my ass or whatever, my massage therapy, whatever, it made that person smile. It made that person want to call me again. It made that I was looking for that. I needed that attention.
Person pull up in your front yard and
sitting in my goddamn front door like he's slapping his car in front of my house. What the fuck? Kimmy said, "I hope the hell not." But it was a high for me to know that I can do this, make him weak, and I got him. You know what I'm saying? But it took some time for me to see that, because I still was thinking, I'm just good for pussy. I'm gonna lay on my back. You through? Okay, let me get up. I'm good. All right, see you later.
And
I've
if you don't
had.
talk to me anymore, that's okay with me too.
That's okay. You don't gotta call me. And I really, when in my younger years, I targeted married men because I knew they weren't gonna call me. I knew they weren't gonna be at my house. I knew they weren't gonna be at my job because you can't.
Mm-hmm.
You want to stay. One thing I told the last married guy I messed with, I don't fuck with him no more. But I told him, I said, I'll be your fantasy, but I live in reality. The
Mm-hmm.
reality is you married her for a reason. She hit that 10%. That emotional side, she hit that 10%. I know you're not gonna leave. I don't want to fuck up your marriage. It's not my job.
Right.
My job is to give you whatever release you need right now while you pay a bill.
Mm-hmm.
Give and take, right? So I targeted when I was younger in the casual dating scene. I target married men. I know I can one and done them with no problem.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're not gonna be beating on my door at 2:00 in the morning. Done.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Right. Because if you leave the house 2:00 in the morning, I'm pretty sure your wife might be behind your ass. Because you're making 6 figures, or are you making 80,000 a year? You paying for her house. You're taking care of your kids. One thing I would never, and this is why I don't marry men are not in my life. One thing I would never do is take a father from their children.
Right.
And doing that casual dating shit, one fuck up, one could fuck up your whole life. It's so many cons. The only one that I can see in my eyes as a pro is the release to get your mind right. That's the only one. But it's so many.
The endorphins are the only positive that I see.
That's it. Because once that one con start, it becomes a domino effect. It becomes a domino effect. My problem is with casual fucking is I don't have to do anything. So if I'm gonna fuck you, I'm going to fuck the shit out of you. You'll remember me. I ran one of my one and dones. I didn't know he stayed that close to me. I was in the grocery store and he was in there with his wife. And he saw me and I just put my head down and kept on going. Because guess what? I'm not gonna do that with you. It's not a game. When I told you I didn't want to see you no more, I wasn't playing.
Mm-hmm.
It was true. And it's hard. That's why my granny said you don't never shit where you sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You don't shit where you sleep. And that's hard. With cash, I grew up in an area where it was a lot of doughboys, a lot of trap boys. So if I fucked one, I could not just go out in the back and just be like, hey, y'all. I couldn't do that. It would be a problem. It would be a problem because the first thing come out the man, oh, so you don't see me? Because I will ignore you. I will look you dead in your face and be talking to the person behind you. I am a Capricorn. Please understand we can do that. Capricorns do that. But it got to a point where I didn't know I was bipolar and I was in one of my manic state and I damn near went through the whole hood. And they were in their feelings. They were in their feelings.
Mm-hmm.
That's what shocked me. And that's when I realized my power. I said, I'm doing this shit for the wrong reason. Hold up, I gotta figure this shit out. I gotta see how it's gonna benefit me. It's sad, but yeah, that's how my mind went.
It is sad because where it's deeply rooted from is harsh.
Right. That's why.
But from another set of lenses and someone looking at you, they don't realize that at all. They just think you're a good time when you're so much more than that.
When I realized my power, that I've never figured it. It was in the summer. I had a routine. I would get up in the morning, go for my morning walk, drop the kids off at school, come home, clean up, and then I jog because I wanted to stay in shape. I was a dancer.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, he made a complete motherfucking U-turn. I'm talking about he drove up to the light, busted a U-turn, came up through the parking lot, and he said, damn, you fine. I said, you did all that just for my ass? He said, no. I said, listen, sir, let me explain something to you. I graduated, top 10% of my class. I've been to the military, and I'm not dumb. So you either want to fuck me or you want me to make money for you. And neither one of them are going to happen.
Hmm.
And he just dropped his jaw. He was like, that's the realest shit I've ever heard before in my life. But that's when I started realizing who I was. It's sad
Are you coming
that I
back, Aretha?
that-
I'm back.
Wow.
So listen,
Hey.
so listen. The party's over and they're kicking us out. So
Oh, okay.
I can continue to let you guys talk, and I will have to mute myself, or we can end the stream right now.
It's up to you guys.
We can.
Okay.
I think we've talked about enough.
Okay.
Yeah, we would say on so many levels we have connected. I love you so much, D.
Oh, I
do.
see you, baby. Oh,
I love you.
oh,
I
I
I
love
love
know.
both of you. I love both of you.
I love
We
you.
love you too. But we're gonna send you back to school for computer class.
You just gonna call me out like that. It's not my fault. But
We gotta
okay, guys.
get started.
Look, we're going to end this broadcast today. We have had a really hot conversation, to say the least, and it's been another real one for our technical difficulties. They were smaller this time.
Oh yeah, no, we did a whole lot better today.
Yay!
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
listen, we're going to be here next Sunday, 8 o'clock Central Standard Time. Love's Passion Talk. Come for real, hard, raw conversation by real people. Thank you guys in the chat for sticking around and staying with us and talking to us. We appreciate you. We're going to end our show at this time, and we appreciate you. Love and peace.